and welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at Art of J Velez, on Instagram at jvelez622. We're going to review some comics that I like, that I love, and some that I don't like or love. I own all the comic books that I am showing. Even though we're going to be looking at them digitally, I actually have copies of every single comic book that we are going to review. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for jumping in and coming to continue to listen to me ramble on about my favorite subject of all, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comics, and I want to share them with you. Today, we're going to be looking at Todd McFarlane's very last issue of Amazing Spider-Man before he relaunched into his own Spider-Man title. So he took a little break. He drew 325, and so he took 3 issues off and came back with a bang. So, as most people know, Todd McFarlane was the artist on Hulk, and so this was a really, really neat way to pair Spider-Man and Hulk. And this is McFarlane's full style. I mean, he is in full McFarlane mode during this time. Just spectacular. All the ticks, all the just the lines. Very, very, very cool. So here we go. So this was during the time when Hulk was gray, and it's always a full moon in comic books. And Hulk's angry because it's the Hulk. Here are the credits: David Michelini, writer; Todd McFarlane, art. And Rick Parker is a serviceable letterer, so he's going to turn into Banner soon, and that's why he's sort of upset here. You can see that he turns into Banner during the day and is Hulk at night. So he just wants to be left alone, and so here comes, of course, a helicopter. Inside is Sebastian Shaw, who is one of the X-Men's enemy. He's the Black King of the Hellfire Club. Love these silhouette type style drawings from McFarlane. So he's gonna throw a boulder on him because he's, like I said, he's angry that he's being bothered, and he's gonna give him some money if he can. He has a job for him. Hulk says, "Money, lots of it. Talk to me," he says, and so off they go. A lot of rendering. Like I said, he was in full on McFarlane during this time. So McFarlane, when he cares, he draws great. When he doesn't care, he kind of gets you panels like this. They seem kind of rushed, but you can definitely tell when he cares. This is a great pose. McFarlane put Spider-Man in just the neatest pose. So we got terrorists on the Statue of Liberty. Great panel here. And Spider-Man has superpowers during this time. I don't remember how he got them, but he had superpowers during this time. And then this is a riff on the Batman movie. Who are you? Well, what are you? I'm Bat. And then he goes, I'm Spider-Man. So it's a reference to the Batman movie by Tim Burton. And so he's going flying. Yes, kids, if you're reading this, he was flying during this time for a short period. I think it was Captain Universe or something. I really checked out. If McFarlane didn't draw it, I really didn't care. I was a McFarlane's fan more than a Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man is one of those characters that if when he's drawn and written well, I love him. When he's not, I check out. I don't just buy it just because. John Romita Jr., I buy. Todd McFarlane, I buy. Good artists, I buy. This is also a trope of McFarlane. These kind of three-quarter views from behind. He does these. This is Flash Thompson, and he's dating apparently um, a Karen here. Uh, Great picture, but this eye is huge. But that's all right. If you were to superimpose, if you were to draw the other side of this would be crazy. But he's very cartoony, so. And Mary Jane is acting, and Peter looks up and sees the Hulk coming out and has a spider sense. So he's making a mess because he's hoping Spider-Man will show up, which he does. And so, great pose. And they're going to fight. And you can see Spider-Man is super strong. And Hulk is surprised by that. And so is Spider-Man. But he sees that he's turning into Banner. So he makes a mess so he can drive or fly away. Or jump away. He doesn't fly. And tells him where he will meet him. Great panel of the Hulk. Spider-Man helps. So you can tell he liked this panel, but he didn't really care over here, so he just kind of did it fast. I mean, there's hardly any rendering. So here he's turned into Bruce Banner, and the cop just lets him go. And so Sebastian's reading on the paper about the battle. Great panel here. Telling you, McFarlane just put Spider-Man into these great poses. One of the things about McFarlane is that Peter was thin, but he was, I mean, Spider-Man, look at this. I mean, if you look at most drawings of Spider-Man, Spider-Man's not supposed, I mean, he's very muscular the way he draws him. And Spider-Man's supposed to be skinny. But McFarlane can get away with it because he's the best. So he's looking for the Hulk, sees these kids here, or doesn't see these kids here, but the fight starts. And so here's the Hulk. I love the size comparison of how big. He just makes the Hulk so big. And so off they go to start fighting. Big, nice and big panel. He hits him with another power that he just discovered. Here come the kids. Spider-Man is like, oh no. So he punches him. And then he's surprised by how hard he punched him. And he knocked him into orbit. And he is holding his breath. But he knew that if he turns into Banner from up there, he's going to die. So off he goes to outer space. And the kids say, hey, if he's going to start flying, he's going to need a cape. Great use of perspective here. I don't know whether he kayfabed it or not, but it's pretty cool. And so he's like, I can't believe I'm going to get killed by something I can't even punch. But Spider-Man comes to the rescue, takes him, and then basically he tells him as a favor he won't kill him. And Spider-Man's like, I don't even know if I can die. And so we end here with Shaw letting Banner go. He doesn't want him to be a problem, and Spider-Man just kind of explaining about these powers. So this was it. This was the end of McFarlane's run on Amazing Spider-Man. The Sentinels were next, but like I said, we're not going to cover that. He didn't draw it. David Michelini stayed for a while on Amazing Spider-Man. I know that Bagwell comes, well, Eric Larson took over after McFarlane. Then Mark Bagley takes over. So Michelini or Michelini, one of those two. He sticks around for a while. But this is it for Todd McFarlane and Amazing Spider-Man, and it's a great way to kick off, or not kick off, just say goodbye to it. So, hope you liked it. Amazing Spider-Man number 328. Have a great day. Like and subscribe.